Hello guys, this GET lectures of engineering mathematics on topic Lagrange's linear equation is brought to you by lecturesforfree.com. Hey guys, this is the 12th lecture of differential equation series, and if you haven't seen part 1 to part 11, then I will recommend you to watch that also. Okay guys, so let's start. As we know, there are equations in which we can solve the linear equations in which derivative coefficients are constant. Okay, but there are certain kind of equations like Cauchy's linear equation, Lagrange's linear equation, where the coefficients of derivatives are not constant, but it will have some function of x. Okay, it is not constant, it has some function of x. But to solve this kind of equations, we can convert it into the linear equations with constant coefficient. Okay, by using some assumptions. Okay, so we will see that assumptions and that technique to convert the Lagrange's linear equation to the linear equations with constant coefficients. Okay, so in this lecture we will see about the Lagrange's linear equation and some sample question about Lagrange's linear equation. And for more questions, you can download my handwritten notes from my website lecturesforfree.com. Sorry. So let's start. Now see this equation. In this equation, our coefficient of derivatives are like here dny upon dxn. Coefficient is of this is like ax plus b. So it is not only constant, but it is a function of x. Here also it is a function of x. Okay, so to convert this equation where our derivative coefficients will be constant, we have to make two assumptions. First assumption is first we will assume sorry, our ax plus b is equal to e to the power t. This is our first assumption, and our second assumption is your capital D is equal to d upon dt. Okay, so here our main aim is to convert this equation like it is equation on d upon dx, so we want to convert it on like d upon dt. Okay, why we are converting? Because if we will convert it into d upon dt, then we will in that equation we don't have like function of x in the coefficient, but we will have constants here. Okay, so if you will assume this two, then you can replace ax plus b dy upon dx is equal to a dy. Okay, and you can replace ax plus b square d square y upon dx square is equal to a square d into d minus 1 y. Okay, you can replace ax plus b whole cube d cube y upon dx cube is equal to a cube d minus 1 d minus 2 into y, and so on. We can replace the terms. Okay, so if you will replace like that, then here you are seeing you are getting only the constant terms here. Okay, you are not getting the coefficient as some function of x. Okay, so now you will get the equation where the derivatives coefficients will be only constant, and we can solve that equations by using our previous methods. Okay, after solving that equations, you will get equation in terms of like y is equal to some function of t. Okay, because it is now this d upon, now capital D is representing d upon dt, so you will get y is equal to function of t, but your final equation is on function of x and function of y. Okay, so you have to find the answer in terms of y and x only. Okay, so you can replace this t with x by using this. Okay, we have made this assumption. So from here you can write like t is equal to log ax plus b. Okay, so you can replace t is equal to log ax plus b from here, and you can put it into the solution. Then you will get the solution. Solution means in terms of y and x. Okay, so now let's see one example of this kind of equation. Now let's suppose a sample question. Let's suppose our question is like this: solve x plus 1 square d square y upon dx square plus x plus 1 dy upon dx plus y is equal to 2 sine log x plus 1. Okay, so this is your question. Okay, so here we can see it is our coefficients of derivatives are not constant but functions, and which type of function? Ax plus b type of functions. Okay, so this belongs to the Lagrange's linear equation. This belongs to the Lagrange's linear equation because it is in this type form, ax plus b to the power n. It is like this. Okay, so to convert the Lagrange's equation into the equation of constant coefficients, we have to make assumptions like ax plus b equal to e to the power t. Okay, so what is here our ax plus b? Here our ax plus b is equal to x plus 1. Okay, x plus 1 means our a is equal to 1 here and b is equal to 1. Okay, so let's assume x plus 1 is equal to e to the power t. Okay, our second assumption is your we are considering, and capital D is your d upon dt. Okay, so now to solve this, let's replace x plus 1 dy upon dx is equal to what we have to replace? We have to replace here a into dy. Like here we can see we have to replace ax plus b dy upon dx equal to a into dy. Okay, but what is a in this question? A is equal to 1. As we can see here, if you compare this, ax plus b equal to ax plus 1, so you will get a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 1. Okay, here let's write a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 1. Okay, so here you have to replace with like a dy, or you can write it like 1 into dy means dy. Okay, 1 into dy means 1 dy. Okay, similarly you can replace x plus 1 square d square y upon dx square is equal to a square d into d minus 1 into y. We know our a is equal to 1, so you can write it like d into d minus 1 y. Okay, so now put the value of this and this in our equation or question. Okay, here also you can replace, means in right hand side, like here x plus 1, so you can write it e to the power t. Okay, so let's replace this and write our equation. We can write like this: d into d minus 1 into y plus dy plus 1 plus y plus 1 plus y plus y is equal to 2 sine, here we can see 2 sine log x plus 1, and we have assumed x plus 1 is equal to e to the power t, so we can write like 2 sine log e to the power t. Okay, or to simplify you can write it like this also, or if you want to simplify more, so we have assumed this, so from here you can write like e to the power t is your x plus 1, so your t will be your log x plus 1. Okay, e to the power t we have assumed e to the power t is equal to x plus 1, so t will be your log x plus 1. Okay, so you can directly put log x plus 1 here is equal to t. Okay, you can directly put here, so you can write here 2 sine t, you can write it like 2 sine t. So now simplify this, then you can write write like this: d square minus d plus d plus 1 into y is equal to 2 sine t. If this will cancel, so you will get d square plus 1 y is equal to 2 sine t. Okay, so now our equation is like in this form: f d y is equal to capital X, where capital X is your 2 sine t and this is function of d. So we can find the solution of this kind of equation by using our previous method, like our complete solution means y is equal to complementary function plus particular integral. Okay, so to find the complementary function we can find it by auxiliary equation. And what is auxiliary equation? Auxiliary equation means function of d is equal to 0. So let's put function of d means d square plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, and get the roots of d. So let's put d square plus 1 is equal to 0. So from here you will get d is equal to minus 1 will be there, so minus d square equal to minus 1 means you will get d is equal to plus minus I. Okay, or you can write like d is equal to 0 plus minus I, means it is a complex pair of roots. Okay, so if you will compare it with alpha plus I beta, so here you will get alpha is equal to 0 and beta is equal to 1. So in these cases, okay, where the roots are pair of imaginary roots, when we get pair of imaginary roots, then our complementary function is like this. Complementary function will be like e to the power alpha x, but x is the x is like a independent variable, but here our independent variable is t, so we will write alpha t, e to the power alpha t c1 cos t plus c2 sin t. Okay, here alpha is your 0. Okay, so you can write it to the power 0 into t, sorry, to the power 0 into t, and beta is your 1. You can write cos beta t sin beta t. Okay, so beta is equal to 1 means you can write it 1 here. So your complementary function will be e to the power 0 means 1, e to the power 0 means 1, so you can write it like c1 cos t plus c2 sin t. This is your complementary function. This is your complementary function. To calculate the particular integral, let's write our function is like particular integral is equal to 1 upon fd into capital X. So our function of d is here d square plus 1 and capital X is your 2 sin t. Okay, so as here we can see our capital X is your sinusoidal function. So as we know, as we have already seen in our case 2 of solving higher order differential equation, when capital X is your sinusoidal or sinusoidal function like this sin at or cos at. Okay, then to solve this we will replace d square is equal to minus a square. Okay, so here a means here coefficient of t, so in this case here a is equal to 1, so we have to replace d square is equal to minus 1. Okay, but if we will replace d square is equal to minus 1, then we will get function of d is equal to minus 1 plus 1 means 0. We will get function of d is equal to 0. So we cannot replace here, but in such cases what we have to do, we have to differentiate this. Okay, and we have to multiply here with our independent variable. In this case our independent variable is t, So we can write our particular integral is like particular integral is equal to t into differentiate function of d. So you will get d square means 2d, and the constant will be 0, and you can write it like here 2 sine t. Okay, so this 2 and 2 will cancel out, and as we know, d is representing d upon dt. Okay, so 1 upon d will represent the integration with respect to t. Okay, so let's integrate sin t with respect to t. So you will get t, integration of sin t will be minus cos t, so minus t cos t. This is your particular integral. So now you got your complementary function and your particular integral. So you can write complete solution, means you can write y is equal to your complementary function plus particular integral. So complementary function is your c1 cos t. Here we can see our complementary function is your c1 cos t plus c2 sin t. So write it c1 cos t plus c2 sin t, and plus particular integral. So our particular integral is this, so write it minus t cos t. Okay, so you got your final answer, but this is in form of t. Okay, y is given in form of t, but our question was in function of x and y. Okay, dy upon dx. So we have to find the answer in terms of x. Okay, we have to find y in terms of x, not t. So let's replace t with some function of x. So how we can replace it? By our assumption, we have assumed this. From this assumption, we can say that t is your log x plus 1. Okay, so replace t with this, and we will get the answer. Y is equal to c1 cos log x plus 1 plus c2 sin log x plus 1 minus log x plus 1 into cos log x plus 1. Okay, so this will be your final answer. We have replaced t with some function of x, so we got the final answer of y in terms of x. Okay, so this is your final answer. Thank you guys for watching this lecture. For more solved examples, you can download my handwritten notes from my website lecturesforfree.com, and if you have any doubts, then you can ask me in my comment box, and you can ask me in my website also. Okay guys, thank you so much.